Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. It's all the buzz. You see it everywhere, you're hearing it from everybody. It's all of these copy creators, this content creators, artificial intelligence, this AI that's out there. And it is really cool stuff. As an ex-techie, I'm finding it fascinating what they're coming up with and how they create these programs that basically give you everything you need. You can write a post, you can write an article, you can come up with tips and tricks. You can write a book with AI. All you need to do is give it the right information so that it can fill in all the blanks for you. It is really cool stuff. So what am I really talking about? There's different programs out there. One of them that is all the rage right now is called ChatGPT. That actually, I started using ChatGPT recently myself, and I'm loving it. We'll get into more of that in a minute. Then there's stuff like Copy AI and Write Sonic and all of these other tools that are out there. And what they are they are tools that help you create the content and come up with stuff to save you time. So if you spend time typing out articles, writing newsletters, and doing all of this stuff, and you're feeling like, wow, if something else or somebody else could do this for me, that would be great, and yet you're not quite ready to hire somebody to do that, these tools are they're a godsend. They're a time saver. They provide you the copy based on the input that you put in. So here is my tips. What you're doing is you're putting information into these tools for it to be able to basically spit you out the information, right? And so the first thing you want to do is define your goals and your audience. You want to make sure you are clear about who it is you're talking to and what you want to say to them. I'll say this multiple times. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put the wrong information into one of those AI tools, whether it's ChatGPT or Copy.ai or whichever one it is, garbage in, garbage out. So you want to be clear on your audience so you can put the right information in so that you have something you can work with. So that's number one. Now, these applications, they rely on what it is you type in. And so you want to use words for what it is that you're looking for because it will pick up on the words that you put in there. It's this artificial intelligence. It goes through. If you type in 10 tips to be a great business consultant, on how to be a great business consultant, it's going to pick out, okay, great business consultant. It's going to pick out the words that it needs to say, oh, okay, that's what she's looking for. And it'll come back, hey, here's 10 tips on how to be a great business consultant. And it will spit you out 10 tips. It's really cool to watch. And so the thing is that it relies on what you type in. So if you're not clear, that first step was to be really clear on who it is you're talking to and your goal and what you're using it for. You know, if you're writing a post versus writing a newsletter versus writing an article for a magazine, depending on what you're doing with it, it could be a little different for, you want to make sure you've got the right information in there. And then once you start typing that in, you want to be clear and use basically high quality data going in so you get high quality data going out. Okay. You don't want the garbage in or garbage out. You want high quality data in to get high quality data out. So that's number two. When you're thinking about those tools, use the right one. There's different ones out there. There's actually ones out there that are specifically set up for writing articles. There's ones that are specifically set up for creating avatars and other things that are out there. There's tons of different AIs out there that create content. ChatGPT is kind of a general one, and it gives a lot of great information. So poke around, Google content AI tools. That should give you a list of all the different ones that are out there, and poke around, see what it is that you're doing and pick the right tool that works for you. Now, the next one is, this is a touchy one for most people because a lot of people who are into the whole AI thing these days, they're like, yeah, this is great. I just use it and I just type it up and I just send it out. Well, It's a machine. It's not you. Think about your audience. So the AI tools are really great for giving you a foundation, an outline to start with. You don't necessarily want to post it or send it in for an article or post it in a newsletter or a blog the way it comes out of AI directly. You want to sound natural. You want it in your voice. You don't want it to sound like it was generated by a machine. So when you use these tools, remember, go back and read what it came up with. Massage it a little bit. Add your own personality into it. Remember, the whole purpose behind content that you're sending out there is to gain the know, like, and trust of the folks out there in your audience, in your target market, so that they come and want to see what it is that you have to offer, right? That's the purpose of marketing. If you're using these tools and the tool is not reflecting, it's coming up with data that's not reflecting who you really are, it's not really helping you. It's really generic. So you want to make sure you go through and you read whatever it is that it comes up with, and then, add your own little, oomph to it, your own little pizzazz to it. Make it yours. Okay? That's actually a really big one. So the next thing is to really test it out. So if you're just starting out using these tools, play around with it a little bit before you start sending out information that the AIs kind of throw at you. Because when I say they kind of spit out all this information, if you watch one of them, that's kind of what it is. You can sit there and type something in and then just hit the send and just watch it come up with line and line and line and line and line and line. And some of it's great. I've had it where I've put in questions into ChatGPT, and my first thought when I said, yeah, give me 10 reasons. Let's see, I have some out here that are the top 10 reasons to hire a consultant. And there was actually a couple on the list that I hadn't considered. I had my own top 10 list, and then ChatGPT came up with a couple extras that I was like, yeah, that's a really good reason. I never really thought about adding that to my list, but I'm going to add that to my list now. So it can come up with really good stuff. You could actually get a lot of information. If you watch my pages, you'll see that I give a quote of the day. Just for fun, just this past week, our theme this week is character. And so I asked my AI, I asked ChatGPT, what are 10 great quotes regarding character? And it came up, I would say 3 out of the 10 quotes that it came up with, I actually used for this week. And then other ones I went out because some of them, not so much. They found every single quote had the word character in it. They just weren't necessarily the message that I wanted to convey. So the big takeaway today is to test the information out and, make sure that it's the right stuff. Now, I want to caution you and have you go do it at the same time, because while the caution is there, because you want it to be in your voice, you want it not to look like a machine or sound like a machine or read like a machine. These tools are absolutely amazing. And if you do a lot of marketing, these are extremely powerful tools to help you save boatloads of time in your day from, creating copy. I don't know how many hours in the past few years I was writing articles every month. I was doing newsletters. I was doing emails. I don't know how many hours and hours and hours I spent creating all of this copy. And knowing what I know now about the AI and how these content creators work, I know I could have saved myself I could have split that time at least by half of the time that I spent creating all that stuff. So as we move forward and as these tools get more robust, they work better and better and better all the time. It is a game changer if you're out there doing any marketing, if you're creating a lead magnet, if you're creating a consumer awareness guide, if you're creating a checklist, if you're creating a template, if you're just looking for, um, what is the best way to, what is the best, the top 10 tips for self-care? I was trying to word that right. I was trying to word it right for the AI. Give me the top 10 tips for self-care for a woman. Again, be specific. And it will give you those tips. And you can use that in a post, in a handout, in a sheet, whatever you want to do. You could create your programs. You could create your signature program content using the AI. You have your outline. You know what it is that you want to talk about. You just put each one of those outline pieces into the AI and let it generate copy for you that you can use in your course. So they're extremely powerful tools. Just be aware that it is a tool. It's a computer. It's not a human. It's this thing out in the ether that's creating this content. It's not reading your mind. It doesn't know your beliefs. It doesn't know your feelings. It doesn't know anything about you. It's literally just spitting out a response to whatever it is that you typed in. So be clear on who it is that you want to talk to. Be clear on what you type into it. And make sure, hands down, make sure whatever it is that comes out, review it. Don't just send it out. Go through it. Make it yours. Give it your voice. Make it sound like you. Be authentic. So that's what I got for you this week. I hope you enjoy. If you want to, go out and check out ChatGPT or Copy AI. You could go out to Google and just type in AI content creator, and you will get a list of them. And I'm guessing, the most common ones are going to be sticking up there right at the top. So try one out. I know ChatGPT has a free version and a paid version. So you can pop it in, use a free version. Copy AI, I believe, has a free version as well. I have not used Writesonic before, and I think there's another one called Fusion. I haven't used any of those yet. So I've looked at Copy and I've looked at ChatGPT. So if you go out and look for them, look at the ones that have the free ones and just play around with it and see what you get. Because you're going to see, I think once you find it, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this is a game changer. So that's what I've got for you today. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.